It's lonely. It's very lonely. I just know that if that loneliness can exist, so can other things, and I will be okay. I never want it to come off as me being ungrateful for the opportunities I have. I can also be having the greatest time and simultaneously wishing people would stop sending me death threats.
Right. Every time that a celebrity gets like one DM that says KYS, they're like, someone save me, but not Prince. Don't don't you dare save me.
Well, she was wait funny if she's like I'm getting these death threats, and the cops were like, well, save yourself. Like,
yeah, you're.
I saw that interview. Save yourself. You'll be fine.
From criticizing the original Snow White to calling the prince a stalker, Rachel Zegler has done more than frustrate fans. And the moment she damaged her own career with controversial statements is honestly quite shocking. It's no secret that fans of classic films like the 1937 Snow White are often wary of remakes, largely because they fear modern agendas will alter the beloved stories they grew up with. So while debates about the live-action remake were still ongoing, Rachel Zegler, who plays the lead role, stirred more outrage during an interview. But even before that interview aired, many already rejected Rachel as Snow White. Critics argued that Rachel, being Latina, didn't physically suit the character, who was famously pale white, almost ghostly. The controversy intensified after political commentator Ben Shapiro criticized her casting. According to him, the title Snow White inherently refers to a character whose skin is as white as snow, making Zegler an illogical choice. Though Rachel identifies as a white Latina, Ben and others still found her casting strange. Matt Walsh took it further, labeling the decision as anti-white racism and cultural appropriation. As criticism raged on, some fans passionately defended Rachel while attacking the Backlash, until Rachel herself stepped in. She posted on social media, saying she was grateful for the support but didn't want to be tagged in negative conversations about her casting. She ended her message by encouraging children of all backgrounds to believe they can be princesses and shared pictures of herself dressed as one during childhood. Just as backlash over her casting began to calm, Rachel reignited controversy in a September 2022 Variety interview alongside Gal Gadot, who plays the evil queen. During the chat, Rachel stated that it's no longer 1937, implying that many aspects of the original film wouldn't be acceptable today. Gadot added that the prince wouldn't be saving Snow White in the remake. Rachel doubled down, explaining that cherished plot points from the classic version would be removed entirely.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave.
Many reactions followed Rachel's statement, and one viral TikTok video, garnering over 12 million views, slammed her remarks as pseudo-feminism. The creator argued that criticizing Disney princesses isn't real feminism, stating not every woman is a leader, not every woman wants to be, and not every woman craves power, and that's perfectly okay. But surprisingly, Rachel wasn't done voicing her thoughts on the original Snow White. During a promotional interview with Entertainment Weekly in December 2022, she went even further, admitting, "I was scared of the original version. I think I watched it once and never picked it up again. I'm being so serious." Rachel went on to describe her uncomfortable experiences related to Snow White, particularly a memory from Disney World involving the ride Snow White's Scary Adventures. She said the ride's name alone is off-putting for children, and that her terrifying experience on it made her never want to revisit anything Snow White related until she landed the lead role. Rachel confessed that the first time she really watched the original film was while filming the live-action remake. Normally, actors cast in remakes of iconic films are fans of the original and happy to discuss their admiration for it. But Rachel was bold in pointing out what she saw as flaws in the original plot and expressed how glad she was that the new film was taking a different approach. This bluntness only angered more fans, who said she should have declined the role if she disliked the original so much. In her defense, Rachel claimed she didn't even know she was auditioning for Snow White. She only realized it after reading her character's lines during the audition. Still, she said she felt excited once she figured it out, especially because the role was part of a modernized retelling. Yet the controversy didn't die down, especially as Rachel kept promoting the remake by undermining the original. In another interview with Extra TV, she said the remake takes a completely different direction, removing the classic love story altogether. But she warned that some fans might misinterpret what they see as love, just because a male character appears in the film. Referring to the prince from the original, Rachel made a comment that triggered even more backlash from longtime fans.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
Aside from calling the prince a stalker and saying he wouldn't be needed in the remake, Rachel joked about cutting the character entirely. She claimed it's Hollywood, where anything can happen, so fans shouldn't expect to see Andrew Burnap as the prince because, according to her, he's irrelevant to Snow White's journey with the new vision. As expected, many fans disagreed, especially since Rachel continued to show little respect for the original version. But one major reaction to the remake's direction gained attention: David Hand, the son of the original Snow White director. In an interview with The Telegraph, David criticized the remake, saying, "It's a whole different concept, and I just totally disagree with it. I know my dad and Walt would also very much disagree." He said he finds the so-called modern changes insulting and driven by a desire to please a modern agenda. As Rachel's interviews kept surfacing, some fans began canceling her altogether, vowing to boycott her future films. Ironically, she's also the lead in the Hunger Games prequel, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, where she plays Lucy Greybeard. That film dropped on November 17, 2023. But fans who disliked her Snow White comments also started targeting Hunger Games. One tweet read, "Boycott all Zegler's movies, including Hunger Games. Looks dumb anyway." Many still admire Jennifer Lawrence's Katniss, and the prequel's director, Francis Lawrence, didn't help matters by saying Lucy Gray is the anti-Katniss, which only gave more fans reason to dislike Rachel's casting. Interestingly, Rachel almost wasn't in Hunger Games at all. She originally turned down the role, a story she now finds embarrassing. Rachel said she didn't have to audition for it because the director offered her the role directly. But when she learned filming would take place far from her loved ones, she declined. After her other project got delayed, Rachel pushed to get the role back, contacting her agent and using her status as the director's top choice, despite other actresses already auditioning. Since then, Rachel's faced even more backlash, especially during the ongoing WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes. She commented, "If I'm going to stand 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour it's streamed online." That quote didn't sit well with many, who called her rude and spoiled, especially since she made more than most cast members. With every statement she makes, Rachel's career seems to take another hit, and more people believe her attitude is damaging what was once a promising future. Share your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching.